Hi, my name is Mia and welcome to my virtual vanity. This is my cat Shiro. She's been with me ever since I've started pre-filming for this week, and she also wants to say hi to everybody. Basically, what I want to talk about today are questions that you should ask yourself before buying more makeup. I have started a decluttering journey a year or so ago after I've read the KonMari book, The Magic Art of Studying Up, as well as other minimalism books such as Fumio Sasaki's Goodbye Things and a lot of other lesser known books that really resonated with me and made me realize that I was using purchasing makeup, clothes, books, and a bunch of other stuff as a means to fill up the void inside. Now I'm looking at the void, winking at it, and it blushes back at me because I've realized that that is not a healthy way to do it. Sometimes I still slip up, but these questions really help me make smart decisions. So even if I do tend to buy a bit more, I don't buy crap I won't use. I buy things that I genuinely think will enjoy, that I think will bridge a gap in my makeup collection or fill a hole in my makeup collection, not in my life this time. That's what meds are for and therapy. Okay, so I have my questions written down here on the paper, so I'm gonna be glancing at it from time to time. I swear I'm not looking at other viewers. I'm not cheating on you guys. Okay, so the first question is, am I stressed, hungry, or sad, or angry, or any other powerful emotion that will make you impulse buy? Sometimes we just can't identify what's going on and we want a quick fix of endorphins and happiness, and we just walk into Sephora and are entranced by all of the pretty things that we see, even though realistically that's only going to be a one-time, a couple of minutes high, and not a realistic way to deal with those emotions. So think about it. If you're angry, what's making you angry? What are the ways you could distress besides buying stuff? If you're hungry, go make yourself a sandwich, grab a snack. If you're sad, go take a walk, ask a friend what's going on with their life, and try to deal with those emotions in more productive ways than spending money and getting that one-time fix, because otherwise, just like I was, you're just acting like a drug addict, and you're gonna need more and more frequent fixes because you're just temporarily addressing a symptom and not the cause of your emotions. The second one is, am I impulsively going into this store? Like, let's say you went in for something else, like, I don't know, you went in to get a new cardigan, for example, but you pass near Sephora and you're like, oh, let me get inside. But you don't need anything. You've not had anything on your wish list. You've not thought about any makeup. You just go out of there out of habit because it's there. Don't do that. Ask yourself, am I actually interested in something? Do I actually want to see something that I've had on my mind on? Or am I just going into the store and mindlessly searching something to buy just because it's there and it was on my way? The third one is this part of a larger pattern? This is a bit more ambiguous because you've got to sit tight and observe yourself. When do you feel most the need to buy makeup? Is it after you've had a stressful day at work? Is it after you've had a fight with your boyfriend? Is it after you've had a really good day and you want to treat yourself? Or just, search for what triggers you to buy that extra makeup you didn't even know you wanted until you walked into the store. And what exactly made you go into the store into the first place? I actually have a video planned because, as I said, I have like 100 videos planned for the next couple of months, where I'm going to discuss about what I learned from a book about habits, about how to identify your habit triggers and cues and apply that to a low buy, a no buy, or just simply trying to discipline yourself into buying less makeup. The next one is, why do I want this item? And just because it's not a good answer. You have to think, do I like how it performs? And if yes, do I have something very similar that performs the exact same? Do I want it because of FOMO, or do I genuinely think I will enjoy this product even if there weren't any hype about it? You've got to ask yourself if you want this product just because you want it, or if you actually think you're going to enjoy using it, it's going to bridge a gap in your collection, you've wanted it for a while, you need it because you don't have anything similar, such as it, that kind of stuff. Like, for example, I've wanted the Peachy Mattes palette for a long while and I didn't buy it, even after I went in store and swatched it and admired how pretty it was. Because I was like, why do I want this? Well, because everybody's talking about it. Will I use those mattes in my looks regularly? Well, no, because I'm a glittery fairy type of person. I don't use many mattes. Can I do similar looks with other palettes? Well, yes, because I also have the ABH Modern Renaissance dupe from Makeup Revolution and the Neutrals versus Neutrals palette still from Makeup Revolution that have similar tones. As for the peachy ones in the upper corner of the palette, I have similar peachy tones in other palettes. To which the summary is, I don't need it. I just wanted it. But I did not need it. And even if I wanted it for all of the wrong reasons. I wanted it because I wanted to be part of this exclusive dumb-ass club of people that have it. But it would have been just an extra thing that would have cluttered my collection and wouldn't have allowed me to use the rest of it as much. The next question is, have I thought this purchase through? Which kind of repeats the points from my previous questions. Do I have a dupe for it? Do I like how it performs? Will I wear it often enough? You have to think all of these things through. Unless you collect makeup for the sake of collecting it, then sure, fine. Let it rot in your collection. It's your money. You can do whatever you want with it. But if you're going into the store, at least think before giving your money away. The next one is, do I have dupes for it already? I am repeating myself, but yeah, do you have something that works similarly to it? Or that inspires you just as much? Or, just think, is it going to be some kind of duplicate? Is it going to be extra? If it's going to be an extra, then you're just cluttering your collection and spending your money for nothing. I'm sorry to tell you that. Do I like it genuinely? Or do I like it because it's shiny and new? I've also fallen into this trap where I wanted to buy stuff just because it was new, even though I have stuff that performs just as well. For example, highlighters. I always fall prey to a shiny highlighter. But then I'm like, I already have every color of highlighter possible in the world. So why do I actually want this? I mean, I will still buy new highlighters to try the new stuff, but you've got to be honest with yourself. If you tell yourself, oh, I need this new highlighter, but you actually don't, then you're just perpetuating this pattern of lying to yourself and allowing these lies to further entrench you into unhealthy spending habits. The next question is, am I buying it for the packaging? And I'm guilty of it. I've bought stuff for the packaging, but it's not healthy either, because the packaging isn't gonna be what's in your face. And unless it's a lipstick or a compact you're gonna take with you outside, and nobody's gonna fucking see it. You're just gonna be like Gollum and go like, ooh, my precious, every time you open it up, but that packaging doesn't do anything to you. It doesn't feed you, it doesn't pay your rent, nobody can see it. It's a status symbol that's practically useless. It's just there for you. So think this through. Are you buying it because it's pretty packaging, but you have all of these colors already, or you don't like how it actually performs? Or are you buying it because the packaging is pretty and the product is nice? That kind of thing. The next one is, does it fit my skin type, my skin tone, and so forth? For example, as much as I love peachy blushes, I have learned my lesson. As much as I want to buy peachy blushes, they'll just pull orange on me because I'm a bit colder toned. So yeah, you've got to think, is this gonna fit me, or is this just, I want to buy it because it's pretty and YouTuber whatever told me to get it. Like, there was a huge hype with the Fenty foundation, and everybody and their moms bought it, even their dads and the family's dog and the cat got the Fenty foundation, but it didn't work for dry-skinned people. So I have to wonder, why did dry-skinned people kept buying that foundation even if it didn't perform on them? They bought it because it had Fenty on the packaging. Like, if you really want something from Fenty, get something else, something that will fit you and it will look good on you. It will be of no use to you to have Fenty written on it if it's gonna make your skin look like shit. It's simple as that. The next one is, can I see myself wearing it? And this relates to the concept of a fantasy self. For example, my fantasy self is a clear-minded girl that meditates every day, does yoga at the crack of dawn, is uber minimalist, sophisticated, classy, and girly. I mean, I'm obviously none of those except meditate daily and trying to be minimalist. I was gonna say trying to be minimalism. That's a hefty goal, trying to be a whole movement and lifestyle. But yeah, think about it. For example, let's say you only wear nude lips, but you see a black lipstick you really love in the store and you want to buy it. Are you ever gonna wear it though? Or let's say you only wear colorful eyeshadow, but you saw the ABH Soft Glam and the hype is real. But are you ever gonna wear it though? Or are you just gonna spend money on your fantasy self and your real self won't ever use it? Let's just purge all of our dreams of ourselves, but not like the dreams such as I want to do this or that, the goals, but rather the things that we won't achieve immediately. Like, if you really do want to be your fantasy self, work at it, dip your toes into that aesthetic or that lifestyle. After you've settled in that lifestyle, buy the things you want for your fantasy self, but not sooner, because makeup does have an expiry date and it's gonna just mummify in your collection. And the last and most important question is, does it fit my budget? There are many things worth getting in depth for, such as a college education, a new house, medical expenses. Makeup isn't one of them. If you asked me today if I would get rid of all of my collection or get in debt for the total amount of money I paid for it, I would get rid of it immediately. I would set fire to it myself. I would scrape all of the little pans individually and flush them down the drain. This is how afraid you should be of debt. Debt without a proper reason. You should never, ever, ever buy makeup with a credit card. And you should never, ever, ever take out of your, electricity bill budget or food budget or housing budget for makeup. It's not a need, it's a want. You're not gonna die if you don't have that new palette. Or if God forbid you don't wear any mascara or ABH dip for a month while you get your new paycheck. Don't ever do that. If you have the money for makeup, go have fun, treat yourself. I personally prefer to plan a budget for makeup. Like, let's say this month I will allow myself $100 just for makeup, or $50, or $20, depending on how much you want it and how much you love this hobby. I personally probably allow a bit more than I should have on it, but I enjoy it. I have other hobbies beside of it that are just as expensive, so I don't have any regrets. And yeah, if you know you don't have the money for it, don't buy it. Even if it's impulsive, just don't. If you find yourself impulsively buying makeup, even though you know it's a poor financial decision and getting yourself in financial trouble, go on a no-buy. And if the no buy doesn't work for you and you find yourself buying stuff again in like a couple of days, go to therapy, because this wish to buy makeup continuously might be the sign of some deeper psychological issues you're trying to cover up. I know, because I've been there. I've tried to cover up depression and low self-esteem with buying more makeup. I don't wear makeup to make myself beautiful, because I think I'm okay as it is. I'm not beautiful, but I'm not ugly either. But I kept buying makeup because I thought that if I had that much makeup, such as, the YouTubers had, then I will be cool just like them and just as creative. But I didn't need any of that. I can be just as creative with my current collection while also trying a finite number of new things. And if I ever feel the need for something new that I cannot do, but I don't have the budget for it, I can always just, draw on the easel or in my sketchbook and use that to feel the creativity that I want to fulfill, until maybe I get my next paycheck and I get to try that new thing that inspires me so much. For example, when I see new palettes and I'm like, you know what? No, I've bought enough stuff for this month. If I keep wanting that palette until next month, then yeah, I'm gonna get it. If not, no. I do face charts. So I print myself face charts from Google and I color down all of the wonderful ideas that I get from that palette. And eventually I realized that, 70% of the time I do have all of the stuff I need to do those looks I'm thinking about. So yeah, do not buy stuff that you don't need if it means it's gonna leave a huge gap in your budget. Be careful of that and take care of yourself and your money, because yeah, money isn't everything, but without money you also can't eat or pay rent, so they are pretty important. And with that, I conclude this huge ass video. I hope this was helpful for you, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, thumbs me up, subscribe down below. Eventually leave me a comment and tell me your story with buying more stuff or being very disciplined at buying stuff. I'd love to hear your opinions on it. So yeah, have a wonderful day, and I hope I'll see you in my next video, where you'll probably see me with the same clothes and outfit, because I will continue pre-filming until I'm done. Have a wonderful day. Bye!